So next, let's look at attaching Excel data to our project. This will expand the amount of information that we have on the right hand side of the screen. Will give us the ability to have a few more hierarchies and visual styles. So from the administration area, go to adapters and data sources. Nothing so far, but we can see a selection of the default adapters we have available to us. Important ones, I would say, are the databases, Excel, file system, and maybe a little bit more complicated is the REST API adapter. So let's start with Excel, and I will rename these to give us a bit of understanding of where the information is coming from. So we have some Excel data. If I browse to my hard disk, we've got an Excel spreadsheet containing volumetric data. You can see from the headers, we've got our titles. The name column is going to be our primary key, and this is kind of typical volumetric data for compartments in a vessel. So I will copy the name of that with shift and right click, useful shortcut, and let's just tidy it up. We could specify things like the worksheet. Let's update, and that reads the information in the file. We can see that the columns correctly read. We will also do auto reloading because we'll have a go at changing the file. So I'm going to add some display categories. So this will be used subsequently, and this will help us determine or see where the data is going. So I will start to write in the kind of the data source, although you probably not do that typically in a realistic kind of implementation case. It's purely for illustration. So effectively what this does is define the grouping that we will see when we see the list of attributes. There we go. And we'll save that. So this kind of just defines a data source, characterizes the data kind of fields, but doesn't actually prepare that for visualization in the project. Now we can start to kind of customize that. So using the attribute data, we could have volume attributes. And we can also see starting to specialize it, only allowing certain user groups to see this data. We'll set it to all users. So now I need to tell it how to find the data I want to see. I need to map the column, the name column, to the name of the element inside the project. And that's pretty much it, almost. I don't want to see things that I've already got, so let's forget the name, the color, and the opacity. So now going back to the model, we click on the same area. We've now got our data expanded. We have details in terms of compartment, how it's represented, the extent of that volume, and the volumetric stuff itself. So we can go around any of the places and pick that data up. Excellent. We'll probably see that we might have some data that we want to find out how it's actually working, some of the functionality. So I think down here somewhere we might have some spaces that have not yet been unassigned. This might be interesting, some data that has not been correctly set. Could we see that in a better way? Could we start to characterize that with the visual styles? Let's take a look at that. So back to the adapters, the Excel data, and let's add another data source. So let's see compartment, and we'll characterize it by function. Like before, we'll remove the users, and we have some different configuration here. We can set up whether we're specifying this data to be used as a visual style, to be used as a hierarchy. And then we get to define the query itself. So like before, we'll map the name to the name of the 3D object. And that's all we need to do. We do need to specify the characteristic of interest, in this case the function. And once we've done that, we can check out what we've got, a preview of the data. So we have 4 elements that are buoyant, 91 elements that are compartments, and interestingly, only 1 that's unassigned. Okay, go now to the model. We will not yet see any data in here, but if I refresh my visual styles, you can see that compartment by function, and we can see almost like a mistake where that 1 unassigned element seems to be an outlier in what we've been setting up. Now let's go to the Excel spot file and see if we can sort that out. So we find it, there it is. Let's correct that item there. Save. And when we go back, click on that item, we can see that it hasn't been read in yet. Wait for the system to update. That one's been updated. That one yet hasn't been updated, but it will get there at some point.